This is a program that's had their momentum building for the last few seasons, despite turnover in coaching. They were in the Mountain West title game a year ago, and actually putting up a little bit of a challenge for Boise State. Completely new roster, completely new coaching staff led by Dan Mullen, taking over the helm for Barry Odom. They have so few returning starters this season. What can we expect for the Running Rebels? We got one offensive starter returning in Jaden Thomas, and one defensive starter from last year's team. We'll have a QB battle with Alex Orje and Alex Calandra from Virginia. Jaden Thomas returning from 999 yards from scrimmage a year ago. Despite so much uncertainty for UNLV coming into this year, just what their roster can produce. Looking at their schedule, they got Sam Houston State to start the year. From there, you got UCLA at home. You got Idaho State at home. You got Miami, Ohio, and Wyoming on the road. You come back home, you have Air Force and Boise State on the road. Toughest challenge of the year for sure. You got New Mexico at home. You got Colorado State on the road. Utah State and Hawaii at home, and you finish out the year against rival Nevada on the road. Look at the schedule. It's just so hard to see them slip up. You want to say that they're a 10-win lock, but they could slip up. I could see their floor being as low as 8 wins on the year, or as high as 10. Can they beat UCLA or surprise Boise State on the road? Sure enough. But 10 wins right now is seeming likely. I just don't see. It's going to be either games that they're in or the games that they're not in, and no in between. I don't, for a team that we have no idea what they're going to look like under, Dan Mullen, and who's going to get the start at quarterback, and how effective they're going to be running the ball, or how good that defense is going to be limiting teams. At this point, the Running Rebels seem almost too big to fail, and just very likely that we see them in a Mountain West title game in 2025.